The African Transformation Movement's now seeking to postpone its no-confidence motion against President Ramaphosa. All of this is pending the outcome of a review application set to be heard in February next year. I want to take you live to Parliament. Parliamentary reporter Lindsay Dentlinger, good afternoon to you. You have some new reporting for us. You've just heard from the Speaker.
We have indeed, Jeremy, so I can now confirm she has officially postponed that motion of no confidence pending that court review and an outcome in that matter. She says she will refer the matter to the National Assembly's Programming Committee. That's the committee here in Parliament that decides where to put what on the agenda, when things will be debated, when things will be heard. But the Speaker, I should point out, also in expressing a concern this afternoon that by putting this matter in abeyance, Jeremy, for we don't know for exactly how long it could be before a court makes some type of finding on this matter, that it could prohibit other parties from bringing a similar motion, because in essence this motion is still circulating, if you will, on the parliamentary agenda. It just needs to find a time and a place to be debated. But Jeremy, I'm just going to move along with this rather quickly. I have the IFP's Mkhuleko Hlengwa. The party had indicated earlier that should this debate have gone ahead this afternoon, they would not have supported it. Mkhuleko, just tell us briefly, why would your party not have supported this debate?
Well, the issues that are raised in the motion are quite old, and we have been overtaken by events in the country. So what would have been favourable is to have gone back to the drawing board if the issues still stood as they were. The issues of COVID-19 that have arisen have changed the entire makeup and complexity of the South African discourse. The second one, we had to be very cautious about not playing into the hands of ANC instability at the moment, because if this motion goes through, we all know that it's common cause that there would have been an impasse in terms of how then the country moves forward insofar as a new president would be concerned. And so whilst we are concerned about the country, we can't lose sight of the fact that those that have been given the mandate to govern, rightly or wrongly, are currently in a state of disarray, and the president does not have a strong arm in the ANC as well. So this may have actually triggered a crisis in the country, which we actually do not want. The third point is that the president must be given the space and time to respond to those issues that had been raised. If you look at the fact that the election had only been in May and the motion had come in less than a year later, most of them substantively would have been transitional issues that the president would not have been able to deal with, not to the fact that he had taken office prior, but at that time as well, he had not had a mandate. He then went into the election. So we, of course, will review our position when the mandate, the motion comes before the House again, pending in terms of what the content is. So we are not tied to voting against the motion, but the set of circumstances at this point in time made it very difficult. So it could well be that we were against it now. We could very well support it when it comes again.
Very quickly, you speak about the set of circumstances the president didn't have a time to deal with. We're now in a pandemic. Let's talk quickly. Family meeting tonight. What do you want to hear from the president tonight?
Well, it's going to have to be very tough. The kind of surge that we have seen insofar as the second wave is very, very concerning, particularly in provinces such as the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, and here in the Western Cape as well. And so it's going to have to present forth a festive season COVID maintenance and management plan, and look at the issues of the impact of alcohol, the issues of drinking and driving, and just the social behavior really of South Africans. And I think, just as a young person to other young people as well, that let's be responsible. Let us exercise a particular discipline that people that does not put ourselves at risk in the country, particularly our family as well. The kind of partying that we have seen, amongst other things, has got the potential to actually trigger the second wave to a far worse extent than we have. Just one medical specialist this week was speaking about the country preparing for a third wave. So we have to exercise maximum precaution and the national discipline, and we are really calling for that in order to deal with this problem.
Thanks, Mkhuleko Hlengwa. I know you need to get back in the House, and with me I also have the ANC's Judith Shabalala. I don't want to keep her out of the House too much. Ma'am, thank you for joining us. Let's just quickly talk about the motion of no confidence. The Speaker agreeing to postpone that. Your party's response, I think, quite vocal in the House, that no matter when they bring that motion of no confidence again, it will be squarely rejected by the ANC.
Yes, please. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and definitely the ANC was ready for the motion. Whether it comes in September, October or March, we'll be ready for it. The whole 230 members of the ANC voted holistically by these South African citizens who were ready to defeat the motion. Be it on March or any other time, we'll be ready for it. And we really feel that this motion was very frivolous, and we feel that this two-people party that will bring such a motion a year later just into office. And of course, we're facing lots of challenges as a country at this point, and we're immense with these challenges. So we really feel that this was frivolous and it was waste of time. You know, and what's so heartening is that Parliament is just sitting, and this party knew for a fact that they wanted the motion. They've tabled in February. Now we are here 2 days or a day. They go and launch, go to the court. Really, they've wasted Parliament's time and time of the executive, including everybody else that needs to solve the problems and challenges of the country.
What do you say to those that say the African Transformation Movement is playing into the factional politics within your party?
I really feel that ATM must play in their own factional politics. They must talk to South Africans and explain to them how did they amass their own money that they got within their own campaigning seasons, whether it was 15 million and so forth. And I'm trying to bring this on board because I really feel that it's really unfortunate from their part, because they really have wasted our time. And really, the issue about unity of the ANC, it's sacrosanct. The ANC has voted its own president in this precinct. There is no way the ANC will remove its own president through another opposition party or anyway. So the ANC, it is unified, and we reiterate our support for the president. President Ramaphosa will finish his term of office, the same term that he's been elected on, that is 5 years term. He's going to finish the term, and we're very confident on the president. We feel he's the man ready for the job. He has shown really capability and capacity to really lead the country amongst other challenges that we've had. But the fact that he has been voted by his own peers to be the chairperson of the African Union, I really feel that it's really unbecoming for this ATM. They wanted to do the political scoring. They want to be relevant in the scheme of things. So clearly, two people's party cannot really hold the whole establishment to ransom. So I really feel that if they want to play into the ANC internal politics, let them look at their houses and really clean the house in order.
Thank you very much for your time. Jeremy, that's Judith Shabalala from the ANC. As they're saying here that no matter who brings a motion of no confidence in President Cyril Ramaphosa, they are determined that he will finish his term in office, although, of course, we know in 2017 that wasn't quite the case, and in the beginning of 2018 it almost came to the point where the ANC was at the point of removing their own president through a motion of no confidence. So we'll have to hold it to those words to see the President Cyril Ramaphosa serve out his term. Certainly, she says he will never be removed through a motion of no confidence from a party other than the ANC itself.
Lindsay Denthinger is our parliamentary reporter.